Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Fictional Character Motivation. I'm your host, Quan, and if you are watching me on the YouTube, you may have realized that I may have changed my position. I'm experimenting a little bit more, I guess, for the people who actually may want to see me. But as usual, this is mostly a audio kind of thing, so don't worry about what it look like. Just worry about what it sound like. And with this great mic right beside me, it should sound good. So, hope everyone's doing well today. And today, we're going to be talking about Mission Impossible and going after the difficult goal. Hope everyone's doing well, and here we go. First one came out in 1996, first Mission Impossible. Second one came out in 2000. Third one came out in 2006. Ghost Protocol, which is the fourth one, came out in 11. Rogue Nation came out in 2015. And we have the latest one, Fallout, which came out in 2018. So, starting with the first one, when U.S. government operative Ethan Hunt and his mentor go on a covert assignment that takes a disastrous turn, and the mentor being killed, and Ethan becoming the number one prime murder suspect. Ethan now has to recruit a hacker and a pilot to help him sneak into a heavily guarded CIA building to retrieve a confidential computer file that will prove his innocence. As you can tell, most of the missions Ethan has taken is kind of close to impossible. And aside from Tom Cruise being known to be doing all of his own stunts, or most of his own stunts, it takes a calm, cool, and collected being with a hint of risk taking to achieve these things. We see this in the first one, in the second one, to where he has to fight the clock of getting the cure to the girl he cares for before not only she jumps over a cliff, but also while evading enemies coming from all sides. We see this in we see this in pretty much the third one, to where he's married, and his wife is abducted, and he has to find her not only before she has to be taken out, but before he gets taken out, since he has a small little bomb implant in the middle of his head. Spoiler alert. And that's mostly what I'll be going for. Also, I think the highest I'll go for is Ghost Protocol, since I know no, I can probably go with Rogue Nation. Because with Ghost Protocol, he has to work with a sort of a new group of people while pretty much getting CIA codes from one spot and downloading the same codes to prove that he has them in another spot. I thought that was pretty neat. Besides him climbing that one of the tallest glass buildings in, I think, Dubai, which was pretty crazy. It was an interesting spot. But notice how Ethan is called on these impossible missions, and not the normal or slightly difficult missions. Besides the fact that the movies would be a little boring if they did decide to be like, hey, go do this mission, which is not as boomy, not as explosive. His experience and his expertise in those situations prove that not only can you get through difficult situations or achieve difficult goals, you could also adapt and get used to difficulty as if it is another day in the life. It's actually in human nature for us to have a fight of either comfort or difficulty, which can be also seen as staying the same or becoming different. It could also be seen as stagnation or growth. In most of Ethan's missions, he's prepared but still has emotions, still has elements, surroundings that still take him by surprise. Whether it be a bad guy, whether it be something going on with his environment. Remember that to pursue and achieve any goal, that can always happen. And that should remind you, like, even if things become a little bit difficult, if something immediately pops up, take care of that thing. But go back to that goal. Keep doing your goal. Because trust me, things will. Not sometimes, not kind of, sort of. Things will pop up when you're trying to achieve some stuff. Things will try to happen when you're trying to reach that new financial goal, that new business goal. Things will try to pop up when you're in a relationship. Things will try to pop up when you are getting invested in a new hobby or a new passion that could possibly help you in the long run, or that you just enjoy and just really want to get better at. Even at that, things will pop up. So, what can we take from the spy Ethan Hunt? As usual, I have some ideas. First one is go for the mission or goal that is close to impossible for you. What do you deem difficult? What do you deem hard and challenging? This can go in multiple areas, such as, for me, is a little bit of diet that is making it a little bit more challenging. So I am trying my best to invest a little bit more in diet. For instance, one of the new diet things that I'm doing right now, and sorry if I'm messing my eye, is I'm eating more fruit in the morning. I pretty much am trying to eat more. My selection is pineapples, strawberries, cherries, and grapes. And the reason why I chose those is, one, those are fruits that I really, really like. But two, those are also fruits that have a good amount of effects that I like. For instance, pineapple help you with digestion, helps with helps clean out your system. Most fruit has a decent amount of fiber that not many people pay attention to, so I get that. With the fruit, most fruit also has a decent amount of vitamin C or antioxidants, either of those two. So I get those pretty much from the natural source early in the morning. And I might feel a little bit more inspired and a little bit more energetic. It's not real sweet. Like, it's sweet because you already know what fruit is. Fruit is sweet. But it's not like baked sweet. It's not like I'm eating a donut. I want to say it's like, I like to call it's almost like healthy sweet in a way. And it'll most likely help me get energy through the rest of the day, along with some health benefits such as fiber, vitamin C, maybe some other things from strawberries and the cherries and the grapes and the pineapples. So that's one of my goals, is I'm trying to eat a bit more healthy, and my bit more healthy starts with eating fruit in the morning. So what is the mission that is difficult for you? Not your friend, not your kid, not your boss. What is difficult for you? And then try to take out that goal. Try to achieve it. Even if it's in small spots, small spaces, try to achieve it. And number 2 is treat that goal as if it's no exception. No exception meaning it has to be done or you failed. It's life or death. With most of Ethan Hunt's missions, it's basically, in that same line. He has to either do this thing, or either A, he'll probably die, or his life will die, whether he, pretty much, if he gets caught, if he goes to jail, anything like that. Or B, someone he cares about's life will be changed in a bad way, whether they die or whether they, be put in jail or can't do much. So you have to treat the difficult mission, whatever you're trying to pursue, whatever you're trying to improve, as life or death, as pretty much there's no exception to this. This has to be completed. And I think pretty much if you go with that kind of gusto, you'll realize that, hey, if there's no way out from this, then I have to do this. Like, you have to make it that. Like, for instance, I've been seeing some folks who post a little bit of, who vent out their negativity. And on one half, I understand, you do have to vent it out. You do have to let it go. But also, I'm the kind of person that I understand that when you send energy out, it's like waves into a pond. If you send positive energy out, eventually in that pond, it's going to bounce on the walls, and that positive energy is going to come back. So what happens when you send negative energy out? Yep, negative energy comes back. Even if you go like, oh, I have the right to be this negative. I have a right to be down on yourself. Yeah, you do, but let it be known that not many people may not want to chill with you. I mean, sure, you have like pretty much the true people, the true ride or die, but also imagine that energy is also grinding them down too, because if you keep preaching that this sucks or that sucks, then eventually they're going to see the same thing. And then you know what? Now there's two people who think it sucks. And like I said, I still remember this moment from one of my videos to where everyone's in this car, and I'm in this car, and everyone's kind of being a little silent. It's kind of being a little negative, kind of feeling themselves. And there's this one guy, this one spark that's like, he's trying to be good, he's trying to be positive, and someone shoots him down, and then you just see the whole vibe change where it's just like, okay, well, everyone's down. I'm just like, and even then I'm trying like, hey man, don't let it get to you. It's like, no, everyone wants to be down, so I'm going to be down. That affects people, whether you know it or not. That comment, that post, that thing that you say, that can affect people. And yes, I know, like I said, some negative things, you have to let it out. You have to vent it out. Trust me, I know. I'm pretty much an avid, I'm pretty much an avid venter physically. If I'm feeling a little sad, I try to get in my body. If I feel a little angry, I vent it out by doing the exercise, by doing something, or by playing some music that puts me in that mood for a little bit, just so I can upshift into a more better song. And that affects people. So it's good to kind of get to that point. But always remember that in this life, the world is going to be difficult. We all know it's going to be difficult. But what good are you going to impact on this? What good are you going to spread? I mean, I've seen even pretty much my older brother. Shout out to my older brother, to where most of his posts are just funny and and that kind of like that adult kind of funny, that interesting kind of funny. And it's just, I have to give a shout out because like every now and then he'll put up a post that just has me balling, and you got to look at it from that perspective. So please, by all means, do what you feel, but know who it affects. Know what goes on. And if you don't care, then okay, don't care, but see what happens. But enough on that rant. I apologize. I hope everyone's doing well. So, to learn from Mission Impossible, do a goal, a mission that is difficult for you. And when you choose that goal, when you choose that mission that is difficult for you, that seems almost impossible, make it to where there's no exception. There's no way in. Yeah, there's no way away from it. There's no way out. That you have to do this, or said ultimatum. You have to do this or you're not a good a person as you think you are. You have to do this or you're not at the type of shape you think you are. You have to do this or you're not trying to improve yourself. Keep that in mind. Put that in. As usual, if any of this lands, let me know. I have my YouTube channel, Mind of Quan. And then I have pretty much my podcast channel, Fictional Character Motivation, that I'm uploading these from. If any of this hit, please subscribe. Please like. For the people on YouTube, please even comment. Let me know what hit. Let me know what land. I'm always cool with hearing some folks. I've heard maybe 1 or 2 people mention about how motivating my video is, and it just boosts me up. And thank you for those people who did shout out. It lets me know that I'm hitting somebody, that I'm helping somebody, because that's all I want to do. I want to pretty much filter the movies, use the movies as my books, as my spiritual personal growth books. It kind of filter them down to where I can glean something that might help you throughout the day. So that's the main goal of this channel, because I'm a movie nerd myself. I'm a big movie nerd, and I know most of y'all are too. Y'all just don't want to admit it. It's okay. But hope everyone's doing well today, and keep doing you. I care for you, love you, be good. Deuces.